Welcome to Educate Africa with Dr. Sanele Gamede. Today, I want us to look at something that I have spoken about so many times, and it is something very close to my heart. It's choosing a career. I'm a career consultant. My life, over 10 years, I've devoted my time to helping people figure out this. So I thought it is very important for me to just talk about this, especially now that it's just me and you. I think the most important question is, what is a career? And I've addressed that, I think, in my second book. And so many people have explained what is a career. And I'm sure that I don't want to make you look dumb to explain to you what is a career, because you have a slight understanding of what is a career. And we have Anki Googly, which is going to also help you understand what is a career. My job is probably to look at why you should choose a career. It's like someone asking you why you should wake up. A career is what makes us wake up in the morning. People who do not have a career, I don't know what do they do. and I know that I'm talking to someone who is probably in high school, someone who's still probably in tertiary. You are waking up because of that career that you want to pursue one day, which means a career, it's very important. It makes us have that longing. It makes us wake up to do something. It's aligned with our purpose. So it is very important to choose a career. In fact, if you haven't chosen a career, someone is going to choose it for you. And I don't want someone to choose a career for you. And I was going to answer that question of who should be choosing a career for who. And I've definitely made sure that I stress that you choose a career, because if you don't, someone else is going to choose for you. And I don't want to go deep into what happens if someone has chosen a career for you, because many people are miserable. Many people are unhappy. Many people are waking up and doing things that they don't want to do because they didn't choose their career. Someone, circumstances chose the career for them. And I want to emphasize that as much as circumstances can push, don't allow that. You should be at the forefront of choosing a career. I know that sometimes there are financial opportunities that will lead you to choosing a career, but I don't want you to take a decision on which career to choose based on the fact that there is available funding. You might want to choose a career based on the availability of opportunities, which is something that we are going to talk about a little bit later. Let's get to how, because many people are stuck on how to choose a career. It will sound as something that is being repeated over and over and over again. But the question is why people are still missing this if it's something that is out there. People, number one, don't think about themselves when they choose a career, which is the first step. And I explain more on my second book called Finishing Your Qualification in Record Time. Choosing a career is all about you. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm not saying think about yourself and not consider the lives that you want to change. But when I say it's all about you, I mean think about you. Are you able to be a nurse? Are you able to be a teacher? Do you have the attributes of being a soldier? Do you have the physique of being a plumber? Because you might want to be a plumber, you might want to be a doctor, but probably there are certain limitations within you, your abilities, your character traits are not saying you should go to that career. So it is very important that you sit down. And in my book, I have a list of questions that I want you to actually answer as honestly as you can about yourself. Think about who you are. Think about where you want to go, what kind of a life you want to live. Who do you want to impact? How do you want to be known? It's all about you first. And I must indicate and repeat, when I say it's about you, I'm not saying be selfish. Because you'll go out there and say, Sanele said it's all about me, so I don't care about the next person. It's impossible to choose a career and not care about someone else, because the career is going to service, the career is going to serve someone else. You become a teacher, you are going to teach people, which means you are going to be serving. You are going to be doing something. You are going to be changing someone's life. But you can't be a policeman unless you have the character traits, you have the physique, you have what it takes to be a policeman. And I want you to be honest about this. Maybe let me go back to, when do you have to choose a career? It is after you have sat down honestly and answered this question, which is who you are. That's when you can choose a career. And trust me, you don't have to worry about choosing a career maybe a class before you finish your high school. You can choose a career as early. In fact, the early, the better, because you have some time, to think about the career that you want to choose, and you'll probably meet some few things that might change your mind or that might inspire you further to pursue that career. Step number 2, it's all about the career. So I want you to think about the career. What is it all about? Where is it taking me to? How long is it going to take to study that career? What are the institutions that offers that career? Can I study that career online? Do I need to be physically there in an institution to study that career? What does it take to be in that career? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself about this career. They are very important. And I want you to ask these questions as honestly as you can. Unpack the career. You can actually sit down and do a mind map about this career. If you have got a couple of careers that you are considering, make sure that you do these steps in all these careers so that you realize why or you find out which career is the best for you. No one is going to choose, and no one should choose a career for you. It should be based on these 3 steps that I am sharing. So now that you have dealt with the career, now that you have asked all the relevant questions about this career, where is it offered, how long to study it, where can I study it, and what are the bursary or financial opportunities that are there for me to study, which institution regulate this career that I want to study. All these questions, they help you unpack this career that you want to choose. Because like I said, we don't thumbsuck the issue of choosing a career. It's something that is as a result of thorough research. And let me repeat, it is as a result of thorough research. You need to make sure that you do some research. Do some research, leave it, come back some other time, do some research, consult other people. And we are here as career consultant for that. The last step is the very most important one, which I think everyone and parents are like them, because they just go to this step, is the opportunities that comes with that career. And the reason why parents, they just go straight to point number 3, it's because they are probably going to fund this career, and they are going to be supporting you as you pursue this career. They are going to be there for you as you pursue, take care of the needs for you as you pursue this career. So in their mind, they want to know, are you going to get opportunities? Are you going to get employed? Where is this career taking you to? And I had a conversation not so long ago where a parent in a career consulting session with a child said, Sanele, I love the fact that my child can sing. And I apologize to all singers out there. I love the fact that my child can sing. But my concern as a parent is, are there any opportunities? And I asked the parent to leave so that I can have the conversation with her child. And she was like, Sanel, I don't understand why my mom is so difficult. She can see that I am good at what I'm doing. Why they can't actually support me? And my answer is, they can be old, but they will never be stupid. They care about you and they look at the future. They've lived a couple of years and they're parents, of course. They've experienced so much and they are worried when they leave this planet Earth. Where are you going to be secured? Would you have a solid career? Would you be able to take care of yourself? Would you be able to take care of other people, your family as well? Because this issue of choosing a career, it's not as light as you might think. So I said to this young lady, go and share to your parents the opportunities that comes with this career that you want to choose. Show your parents the people that are in the career that you want to pursue. Where are they? How is their life? How long have they been doing what you want to do? Are they living a successful life? Or they come back and rely on government? Because your parents might be worried because soon enough, this music career will probably shut down. So choosing a career also has to do with sustainability. Would you be able to sustain yourself in this career? And I want to agree with you. There are careers that are a little bit short, like being a sports person. Sometimes it's because of age, sometimes it's because of injuries. And that's the reason why many parents are worried when it comes to choosing a career. That's why some, and I don't encourage this, they like to choose a career for their children. Let us not pursue or let us not encourage children to choose a career based on our experiences, based on our past. Let us advise them. Let us sit them down and let them explain what this career is all about. So if the career doesn't have opportunities, if you haven't seen anyone, and I almost used an example of a career, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I once asked someone, you want to be an anthropologist? He said, yes. And I said, show me 2 anthropologists in South Africa. They couldn't show me. And I said, then why do you want to pursue this career? And he said, Sanele, what's wrong about me being the first person? And I said, there is nothing wrong about you being the first person, but what is it going to take? Do you have the support structure that could support you as you are going to be the first person in that career? Or you are going to be miserable, trying to explain to people, trying to find funding, delaying your life over a career. And I don't want to sound like I'm mean, and I don't want to sound like I'm discouraging you for standing out in this career that you want to pursue. But I want you to be careful about this issue of careers, because there are young people excited. They want to be YouTubers, they want to be influencers, and they are not understanding what it takes to be a YouTuber. Where would it work to be a YouTuber? Is it in South Africa? Is it in Angola? Would it work in Zimbabwe being a YouTuber? Are people on YouTube in Lesotho since you want to be a YouTuber in Lesotho? Are people actually having access to internet in Eswatini since you want to be an influencer, a YouTuber in Eswatini? So these are most important questions that you need to ask yourself. And the issue of opportunities is very important. I want you to sit down and honestly answer these questions. And of course, I want you to go to my website. Make sure that you get hold of this book that I have been talking about. It's called Finishing Your Qualification in Record Time. It is going to give you a practical guide on how to choose a career, so that even when your mom, your cousin, your aunt is asking you, why do you want to be a social worker, you have the answers. Because what is mostly frustrating for many people is when they ask you and you don't have the answers. Stay in touch, and I would like to hear what you have to say about this one.